Still answering questions. There's a question here. I'm not sure whether the person that asked is a lady or a guy, but I'm just going to read that and I'll give answers. He said, I've been a victim of ignoring red flags in past relationships. Now I'm in talking stage with someone new. How can I spot red flags early and what should I watch out for? First, I need you to be clear. Red flags are usually not dramatic. Red flags are things that your intuition notices before other things show up. The first thing I need you to watch out for is consistent lies and exaggeration. And when you find someone that consistently lies and exaggerates, it shows that there are deeper things beneath the surface. The second thing to watch out for as a red flag in relationship is excessive need for control. When someone wants to dictate your time, the friends you talk to, the decision you make, that must not be something you ignore. That can be a red flag. Thirdly, another thing to watch out for during dating, during courtship stage, is when someone consistently avoid the need to have certain conversation around the beliefs, about the values, conversations around the future. It might be pointing to the fact that the person is running away from accountability. Another red flag you have to look out for is if you find someone who is quick to ask for commitment without knowing each other. Now, you barely had met in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and he's already saying, Can I meet your parents? And that is a red flag that you have to watch out for. There are exceptions to the case where it looks like maybe both of you are in your late 30s, or perhaps you feel there's that connection, but that's just an exception. Usually, when someone wants to ask you for commitment in a very short time, it should be something you shouldn't ignore, and you should watch out to dig deeper than that. Another red flag to watch out for is when someone has excessive secrecy. They're not willing to share their social media handle. They're not willing to share the names of their friend. They're shielding you from their sisters, their cousins. It's something you shouldn't just look away from. It's a sign that they're hiding something beneath the surface. Another red flag you shouldn't ignore is when people are hoping for change and not willing to face the current realities. For example, maybe there is misalignment of beliefs or misalignment of religion. And he says, Oh, I'm hoping that when we start, you can easily go to your church, I can go to my mosque. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. We've seen marriages where that work. But discuss the issues now. Don't hope for change and make decisions around hope and not the reality that is on the ground. Another red flag you shouldn't look away from is inconsistent communication. Today, he chats you excessively into the night. Then he disappears for another week and comes back and says he's been busy and he's not had time to speak to you 2, 3, 4 days. That's something you shouldn't ignore. There might be things underneath that you need to look into that might be telling you further details. Sometimes people also ask me, so why do people ignore red flags? One of it is when there's religious and there's cultural pressure because they want to meet up with the demand of society. Many people ignore cultural pressure. Secondly, I found people ignore red flags because of the fear of consistently being alone. So rather than continue to be alone, go with someone who perhaps doesn't fit into a lot of their values alignment and their beliefs alignment. Another reason why people ignore red flags is rationalization. They're just hoping that it will change, or the fact that he smokes. Even though I'm allergic to smoking, it will change. So sometimes I've seen people rationalize red flags, rationalize behavior. And so because of that, they ignore red flags. A few things that you need to do. Number one, you need to trust your intuition. Intuition usually spots red flags before your mind can spot it. Number two, it's also very important for you to watch out for his patterns. Now, people always say, oh, I want to marry potential, but over the years, people have remained potentially a husband and they haven't turned out to be one. So it's important for you not to just watch out for potential, watch out for the patterns. The pattern will reflect in your conversations every time you speak. Another thing that will help you to spot out for red flags early is to ask direct questions. Ask direct questions about values, about beliefs, about goals. They reflect how what you hold as your values, your beliefs, and your goals now align with whatever I mentioned to you And don't let it just be once. Let it be asked different times. Because there's no way anyone can be consistently consistent with telling the lie about what they don't believe. I need to let you know that early signs are usually the most predictors of future problems. I will end by saying, trust your gut. Patterns don't lie. Look out for early detection. My final thought is, whatever you ignore today will become the problems that you will have to face tomorrow. I hope this has been helpful. Like, share, and look out for more as I answer difficult questions that I often get in my DM.